I think a lot of people have trouble with junior high school, and I had a lot of trouble with junior high school. And books were, it's not that I didn't have any friends. I had a few good friends, but I had a lot of time, and life at school was so miserable for so many reasons that just to come home and then to spend all summer sitting in one chair reading, for 3, 6, in some cases 8 or 10 hours, that was how I survived. And you pick up that habit as a young person, and it stays with you. You have two communities. You have a community of real people, then you have a community that you form as a reader with these writers who are not present, who you will never meet, many of whom are dead, but they're nonetheless, they feel like a kind of social life, really. My first semester at college, I tried to understand what Emily Dickinson was doing in a 12-line poem. It was certainly intellectually the hardest thing I had ever done. I was raging because, again, I thought she was kind of a bad writer. She didn't know how to rhyme words. The words don't really rhyme right. Just wrestling with these 12 lines. I can still quote the entire poem because I wrestled so hard with it. And I managed, normally I wrote easily. I would just write a lot of nonsense, a lot of bullshit in my papers, and because I wrote well, I would get A's. But that wasn't the case at college. I'd tried that and I'd gotten a C, and I was like, don't you know I'm supposed to get A's? So I managed to squeeze out 2 pages widely spaced about this poem, and the professor said, yes, you've understood the poem. And I realized, first of all, that writing is a lot harder than I'd had any idea. That you had and that what was hard about it was the thinking that had to be behind it. And there's more to meet that meets more than meets the eye when you encounter a text. That what seems like a silly, badly rhymed poem, in fact, the more you look at it, the more you find in it. And the other, which I've written about and talked about a lot, was encountering Kafka in my last year of college. I didn't like it initially, and I was forcibly made to understand how badly I'd been reading. And once I really started reading it sentence by sentence, and not reading what I thought was there, but reading what was actually there, everything changed.